this problem reads 73.4, so we'll write that first, divided by, so we'll put the division symbol over that, the 0.011. And now I look at the divisor, what we're dividing by, and this determines if we need to move our decimal. If you see a decimal in the divisor, then you're going to have to move your decimal. And I do see a decimal, so I'm going to move this decimal once, twice, 3 times till it hits the wall, which is like a fun way of saying that we need this number on the outside. The divisor needs to be a whole number. And now it is a whole number, it's an 11. Well, I need to move the decimal and the dividend the same number of times. 1, 2, 3 times, which causes me to add 2 zeros to this problem. So this now reads 73,400. And then I'm going to erase the rest of this to give myself some room to divide. And then I ask the question, how many times does 11 go into 7? Well, 11 is larger than 7, so I put 0. How many times does 11 go into 73? Well, 77 is too much, so I'm going to use 66. So that's 611, so I put a 6 at the top. Mommy multiply, 6 times 11 is 66. I'm going to grab a different color so you can see my subtraction. I'm going to borrow from the 7, make it a 6, add 10 to 3, making it 13. 13 minus 6 is 7, 6 minus 6 is 0. And then brother bring down. How many times does 11 go into 74? Well, again, 77 is too much, so I'm going to use 66. So it'll be another 6, and then 11 times 6 is 66. And then I subtract again, so I'll switch colors one more time. Borrow from the 7, make it a 6, and make this 14. 14 minus 6, that gives me 8. 6 minus 6 is 0. And then brother bring down. Okay, how many 11s go into 80? Well, 88 is too much, so we're going to use 77. So that's 7 11s. So I put a 7 at the top. 7 times 11 is 77. And then 80 minus 77 is 3. Brother bring down. All right, 11 goes into 30. Well, 33 is too much, so we use 22, so that's 2 times. And then I'm going to go ahead and make that smaller so we can keep going. 11 times 2 is 22. You can borrow if you want to, or you might already know 30 minus 22 is 8. And then there's nothing to bring down. So I'm going to have to add a decimal, put that at the top, add a 0, bring the 0 down. Right, how many times does 11 go into 80? Well, 88 is too much, so we're going to use 77, so that's 7 11s. 7 times 11 is 77. I subtract, and I get 3. I'm going to have to make this smaller again. Okay, so I get 3, and I bring down a 0. 11 goes into 30 twice, so I get 22. I subtract, I get 8. Write a 0, bring it down. 11 goes into 80 7 times. I get 77. When I multiply, I subtract and get 3. Bring down a 0. 11 goes into 30 twice. And I hope you see the pattern. The decimal is going to be 727272 forever. So my answer is 6,672. And then the decimal is 72 repeated forever. When I go to type that in, I'm going to type 6,672 point, and then I need the repeat bar symbol, which is right there. Then I type 72. I'm also going to go back in and count 1, 2, 3 numbers and put in a comma. And let's see if we got it right. And we got it right.